Hey, what's up everyone? Morey Croson here, and today we're going to be breaking down Devon Allen's 1284. I'm going to start the video right now. This is the newest edition of the Performance Lab. Reach your individual goals. You don't want to just talk about straight line speed. We also want to talk about your ability to be quick. We break down your video. Let's make you into the quarterback I know you can become. All right, so I don't typically do 110-meter hurdle breakdowns. I just recently did this just because Devon Allen has been really doing a lot, or the video has really been everywhere, and so I thought we'd go ahead and take a little bit deeper look. We'll go and hop right in the video just because I know your guys' time is valuable. Transitioning into playing more football, right? And so he hasn't really been doing, I think the 110-meter hurdles a ton, right? And so when he gets close to this, like we see Garrett Holiday, like as he's about to approach the hurdle, you know, just has a lot better control of his arms, right? You can see Devon Allen has kind of this way of moving his left arm, like he's almost nervous to be able to get up and over, not utilizing the arms the same way. And that makes it so like when he's hitting here, he ends up having good rhythm, good foot contact time, but really losing some of the distance, right? So that first hurdle really impacted him and made it so he had a hard time in being able to keep up with Grant, which just shows that he really has a lot more opportunity left as he continues to work on it. Because when you go back, and now we'll go through the beginning, and the reason I didn't want to watch the beginning or didn't start it from the beginning is because they start and it's here, so we don't get to see those first couple steps there. But you can see that here, you know, Grant Holloway's landing earlier, boom, and he has good rhythm right through and being able to be nice and quick with the foot contact. But now as time goes, we see Devon catch him because we watch the landing, boom, and he's really quick with his foot contact, and really it's that second foot. So we'll see, you know, here we'll watch Grant first, boom, boom, okay, and let's get this foot down good. All right, let's say it's about 6'4" for Grant, right in that area, okay, because 6'6" I think is too much. He's right about to hit at 6'3", if not even already on the ground at 6'3", okay, and then he's off at 7'6"-ish, okay, we could even, 7'6", okay, so that's going to be, I was already thinking about the 0.15, so it's about 0.12 or 0.11, okay, we'll say somewhere in there, okay, and then we'll look to see where Devon is. Okay, and he's closer to landing there. We could even probably say, you know, we could say 7.5 if we want to. I think it is close to 7.6. But he's right back off, you know, about at 8.6. Okay, and so he's closer to 0.11. Okay, and Grant Holiday is closer to 0.12 or maybe even more. Okay, and that's probably going to be for all these steps, right? Let's see this one as well. 8.6. Okay, off at about 9.6, 9.6, off at probably 0.5. Okay, so like in that third step, Grant Holloway's at about 0.1, and Devon is closer to 0.08, 0.09. Okay, with that foot contact. Okay, and so that ends up being the difference here. Okay, because as long as you're taking the same amount of steps, right, or pretty close to the same amount of steps, right, because obviously Grant's able to get more distance per step, but the key difference is, again, the foot contact time, and we want to be able to, both of them land very similarly, right, and able to getting that foot down. I want to say Grant's really good at being able to pull that foot back underneath and transition off very nicely, but then this foot, he doesn't land very well with that second foot, right, so he's on the outside part of the foot, again, you know, like even if you go closer to 0.63, right? Because like that to me is almost closer to where he's at, then that's more of a 0.13, right? And again, we'll see Devon where he's really good with this second step, right? He lands about 0.70, and he's back off by about 0.80, maybe a little bit longer, maybe closer to 0.11, right? But that's still faster, a lot faster than this, and over the period of time, he ends up catching him because his foot contact is just way faster. He's able to control and stabilize a lot better, and this is even without having a great start, right? Like if he would have had a more effective start and not been very kind of limited within how he was able to utilize his arms to be able to push off the ground and come through there, I think he would have even done better. I think he could have ran faster, right, if he was able to work on his start. But you could see he's a little bit awkward with like his arms and his legs, right? So you watch this landing here. Okay, so he's a little bit off balance, right? He's on the outside part of his foot here. Okay, and has a hard time being able to control. Let's watch how long he takes on this step. Okay, 0.79, and is closer to, because he's not off the ground, he's closer to 0.92 there. Let's say, maybe 0.12 on that one, right? So that was probably the longest amount of time that he spent was on that second hurdle, right? With that second step on the second hurdle. But now when he gets into the end, now he's getting closer to like 0.1, right? He's just landing and coming right off the ground. And watch how much better he lands here. Boom, right? He's able to get that good transition with that left arm, okay, as that left foot's landing, where he can go and push right back off. Where before, he was not doing that same type of thing with his arms, right? He was landing with his arm, and it was a little bit more all over the place, right? And how he was able to drive that left hand through, left elbow through, okay? The rhythm wasn't the same. It wasn't set up there yet, right? We could see great job of being able to transition that weight through and be able to maintain a very upright position. It's crazy what you have to be able to do to be able to run these hurdles, because you have to have such a great ability for your hips to be able to go up and down and also rotate side to side. And just to be able to run fast, you want to be able to have, good obviously flexion extension, but really these guys do a great job of being able to generate a ton of range of motion within their hip and then still have a lot of force within some of those sagittal plane muscles, the hip extensors, the hip flexors, the muscles that will, get your foot up off the ground and be able to also push your foot off the, or get your foot up into the air, right, and then be able to generate a lot of force into the ground, right? So essentially the hip flexors and hip extenders, right? And then obviously being able to be very strong within the ankles. And that's where he's going to have, to me, a lot of potential in the NFL, is that he's obviously very strong within his lower leg, very strong within his ankles, which is what you have to be able to have in order to have success at the next level. So very interested to being able to see what ends up happening here as time goes on. But as always, if you like the information, go and click that thumbs up down below, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, comments, or recommendations, you can leave those down below. We have a lot of things in the description down below too for programs. I generally work more on the speed side, right? I also work a lot with like quarterbacks, jumping, things like that. But every once in a while, I like to do videos like this, especially if it's something that is really out of the ordinary, right? We've done some triple jumps, we've done some long jumps, we've done some stuff on some like great gymnasts, great basketball players, right? How to jump off one foot, how to increase your pop time if you're a catcher. Done some stuff with pitchers as well. But yeah, so there's a lot of different things that we could do in terms of just getting a specific breakdown. So if you're interested in that, I would say send me an email or call me. I think those would be the better options. So then we can set you up with a more specific breakdown for your sport. But if you're just looking for general speed, general training, something like that, we have those links down below in the description, so you can check out those pages. Or same thing, shoot us an email, give me a call, or give us a call, and we'd be happy to be able to talk to you and help you through a decision, to be able to help you in improving your overall performance, overall technique, and just get a deeper look into how that is actually possible for you. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.